active listings are up 40% in Sunnyvale. So let's break down the numbers. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, my name's Cesar Yanis and I'm your real estate authority here in Silicon Valley and on YouTube. And today I'm gonna be doing a market update for my favorite city, Sunnyvale, California. This is where I'm from, this is where I grew up, so I love making market updates for Sunnyvale. And really quick before we get into the numbers, if you live in Sunnyvale, if you're from this area, make sure to check out how much your home is worth. Go to sunnyvalehouseprices.com to get a complimentary free home valuation from me. So sunnyvalehouseprices.com. I'm gonna link it in the description as well. And without further ado, let's get into the Sunnyvale market numbers. All right, so we're gonna start by looking at active listings in Sunnyvale as of right now, November 2020. And I'm gonna compare these to what they were a year ago of November 2019. So I'm gonna show you this heat map. We're only gonna focus in Sunnyvale here. As you can see, Sunnyvale is 40% up in active listings compared to last year, which is freaking awesome. Good job, Sunnyvale. This just means there's a lot more houses on the market right now for sale. There's more inventory for consumers to look at, which is great news for the Bay Area, for Silicon Valley, for Sunnyvale, because we know that we've been having a shortage of inventory all over Silicon Valley. There's always a lot more demand, a lot more buyers than there is listings and houses for sale. So awesome news for the Sunnyvale market. Now, just because there's a lot more active homes doesn't mean that there's less demand. So I'm gonna show you that pending listings in Sunnyvale is also 40% up compared to last year. So just because we have all this more inventory doesn't mean that there's gonna be more houses on the market available. There's literally a ton of demand. So as soon as these houses come, that's how fast they're going. So there's a ton of demand. A lot of buyers are still jumping into Sunnyvale and buying those houses that are coming for sale. Now, let's move on to the other market stats that I usually put up here on the screen. I'll move to a little bit to the right. So the median list price in Sunnyvale as of right now, these are real-time market numbers, so it's 1.8 million and 35,000. Now this has been staying steady for the past few months between 1.8 and 1.9, which is great news for Sunnyvale. That's awesome numbers. Very expensive to live here in the Bay. Now days on market is now at 51 days on the market. That's how long the average house stays on the market. And that's been pretty steady as well. As you can see on the graph, it's almost a straight line, really. Now, price decreases are down to 32%. If you had looked at these market updates that I've been doing since July, really, price decreases have been out of control. They were high. I think right here you can see that peak on the graph, the last one. That was around 42, 44%. And I have said this before, this is probably because realtors aren't pricing the homes right due to the demand, right? Because there's so much demand compared to last year. I think realtors were getting a little off on the pricing, but it's good to see it come down more. Still 1 in 3 homes are seeing a price decrease, which is crazy, but it's not as bad as almost close to half. Now, price increase is at 2%. As you can see, it had a little dip. It was starting to go up and went down again. So these are houses that are on the market already and they see a price increase because maybe they have a lot of demand and they want, push the price a little bit there. So not a huge change there. Now, relisted percentage is down to 7%. It had a little trend that it was starting to go up a little bit and it's dipping again. So these are houses that were on the market in Sunnyvale and they had a contract to be on the market for a certain amount of time, and that time passed, they didn't sell. So 7% of those homes that didn't sell are coming back into the market, which is good. We always want more inventory, even if it's houses that didn't sell. Somebody will buy it, right? Now, the median rent is $3,700 a month. This is a crazy stat actually, because I've been seeing a lot of for rent signs in the city just be up for months now. So it's taking a while for landlords to find renters right now. So I'm not surprised it dipped. It was about $3,900 a month on average for the longest time, and it looks like it went down by $200, which is a lot for renters really. And it's not surprising because the renters market's been super slow. Like I said, there's been for rent signs for months now in my neighborhood. Now the most expensive listing is just above 2.6 million, and the least expensive listing is just under 800,000. Now the market index is telling us that it's still a strong seller's market, and that is true. Sellers have all the advantage right now to put pressure on pricing. There is so much demand. I showed you the pending listings is just as much as the active listings, and literally it just came down to that even point where they're both at 40%, but really pending listings have been way above the active listings for the past few weeks. So as much as there's supply, demand is even higher. So really, sellers, you have all the advantage right now to get the most money out of your house. If you want to take advantage of that, go check out sunnyvalehouseprices.com for my free home valuations in the city of Sunnyvale, because I'm your Sunnyvale realtor. And that is it for the stats today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. I'm always here to help, whether it's now or in the future. So thank you. Peace.
Give me every time.